Good. We are live. Hello and welcome. Let me send out my little message. There we go. So we're ready to go and get started now. So, welcome. Humidity's back in town. We had a first hot, humid day today. So, hope that you're all staying cool. And let me get this adjusted here. Carolina, hello. And here we go. We'll see what comes up today. We've been having some really good sessions, and just a little thank you to everybody who joins in. And even if you're joining afterwards, you're still part of the energy, because we're working in a timeless space, not a space that time is time bound. And Tanya, hello. So everybody who joins, whether it's now on the live or later, is part of this, which is nice. Oh, I forgot my water. So hopefully, about 10 days over 100 degrees. Nice. I'm glad I'm not there. So it's not. It's only like in the 80s, low 80s here, but it's very humid. It's like nearly 100% humidity here. It's like a tropical jungle in this little area, but. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So as I was saying, you're part of the space. You're part of the event, and I've been getting little comments here and there from people afterwards who are listening to these afterwards and saying, "Oh, this is just what I needed. I was guided to you." So that's really nice to hear, because that's what we're here for. We're just here to support people and give you a space to just be with yourself, be in yourself. 10% humidity here, yeah. So we're on the opposite end, and just support yourself by being, just giving yourself that time to connect with yourself. So, all right, so. Get yourself ready. Just take some deep breaths. Hold it and take a really deep breath. Stretch out those lungs, that torso, that abdomen, and just let it out. It's really nice to do some stretching where you're like stretching the fascia and the muscles to help release any, like, even emotional, mental tensions out of your body. So just let yourself just kind of stretch your arms in whatever direction it feels right. Even put your arms to the side, kind of twist them in one direction and twist them in the other direction, and then just kind of shake a little bit, get yourself settled in. Oh, and that feels nice, just to let everything kind of release and shift over and relax into yourself a little bit more. Coming down into your seat, whatever you're sitting on. And just moving everybody into the grounding. So even if you're just focusing on what you're sitting on, that's good. Letting that be that connection to really being connected into the earth, connected into your body, connected into this moment. And that's kind of your cue that you are getting more relaxed. If you notice your breathing slowing down, getting just a little bit more relaxed. So we have a nice space today. It's starting right off the bat here. You're kind of bright and sparkly, so let's just come into the breath. Your breath, and just start with noticing your breath and noticing the movement of your chest as you breathe. Noticing where you're breathing. Are you breathing up here? Well, maybe you have had a little stressful day or there's a little tension there, and just notice that and just say it's okay. Those things happen, and let's just put it aside for a moment. Yeah. Let's just take a break from that right now, and we'll come back to it later. Asta, hello, Asta. And coming in, just noticing that breath for a moment. And if there's a little bit of difficulty like breathing out, like that happens to me, when I get focused on my breath, and it's like it feels like it's it's not a smooth out, and that just means that you're kind of more pulled up here, more in your head, or that could be like anxiety tends to pull us out of our body, fear, things like that. So just notice that. And so if that's the case, exhale all the way out. Squeeze all the air out of your lungs until there's nothing left, and you just squeeze out some more, that last little drop. I'll do that right now. And then your body will just kick that breath back in. And that helps to relax with the anxiety piece, the fear piece. It's really helpful to do that. Exhale all the way out first, because you're not inhaling all the way to begin with. So just pushing all the way, your breath all the way out, all the way. You just squeeze, just exhale, and then your body going to take a deep breath in. So that will help to just shift out of that high upper collarbone breath here. Yeah, so that's a nice little clearing that's happening for people already just with that. And sometimes it's just the stress of the day and the story. We don't have to go too far. Just been busy running around, you hurry to get from one place to another. That's enough to just okay, get you pulled up there and just need that exhale. Yeah. And let's come in a little deeper now. So as you notice your breath, your heart, chest space, heart space, chest. Notice the rhythm of the breath, you're breathing. And whatever the rhythm is, just notice that the rhythm is just that in and out. And notice what that is for you right now. Yeah, some of you are a little all over the place with the breathing. So trying to it's almost like trying to catch up with yourself and unwind. So let's stay there for a moment. Let's just kind of focus on your breath. Let's get everybody just in that place of a little deeper rhythm with the breathing. Oh, somebody's really unwinding here, so that's good. That's fine. There. We'll come back to the breath for a minute. Let's drop down to the core of the earth. Everybody's kind of gotten a little bit more slowed down, so that's nice. Let's drop down to the core of the earth, and let's really make it the new earth, actually. Let yourself just float down. Just imagine you're just dropping down gently into the core of the new earth. Getting everybody down there, yeah. Yeah, nice. Nice gentle landing. And just kind of, for me, the way I'm seeing it, I would describe it, it's sort of like a crystalline cave, because it's bright. It's so very nice, deep, bright place. And it's interesting because, I say the new earth, and so people say, well, by now it's like we could just say the earth, but I notice a difference. And we can try that in a minute, but I notice a difference. If I just say the earth, it's just vibrationally, it's just not there. As soon as you shift over to the new earth, it's like it just becomes more expanded and brighter. So let's focus in on the new earth for now, and being just deep in that connection, and that grounding into the new earth. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. And just notice that ease that starts to flow into you, letting yourself just, whatever rhythm you want to do. So kind of, we usually do, like on the in breath, you bring in that, let yourself kind of absorb the frequencies of the new earth, and then exhaling out from not just your body, but your whole system. So your whole system is your physical, energetic, emotional, mental, all the layers of you is what I refer to when I say your system. So on the exhale, just everything that needs to just release in this moment. Yeah. Okay. Letting off some steam there from people. That's really nice. I love it when you say new earth. I don't when you say just earth. Yeah, there's a difference. So we'll do that in a minute. We'll just take everybody through, because it's just, you don't think about it, and it's but we'll do it in a minute. We'll take people through the comparison. It's really fun to do that, actually, and it's really it's educational, but it also reinforces that, oh, I am feeling something here. Because we're talking about this non-tangible. It's not like I can say, okay, my orange shirt here, you see the orange shirt. Everybody sees the orange shirt. It's like, oh, I'm kind of feeling something, and you're not quite sure what am I feeling it? Am I getting it? So we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, very nice. A lot of head clouds clearing out. So nice. Yeah, and what Tony's bringing to mind, Tanya, sorry, bringing to mind by saying, I love when you say the new earth. Okay, so it's about that vibration also that you can hear in the words, that you're picking up on the words that she's talking about here. Notice that for yourself, the the vibrational quality of what you say, and if it's a little off, then see if you can say the same thing you're trying to say that you've just said, but in a way that's going to make it just feel better. A really simple example of that for you. It's like, I'll give you a phrase said maybe at least 3 different ways, I think. Maybe 4 if I remember, but at least 3. And it's all the same theme, but you just switch one word and it feels different. So, I have to go shopping. I need to go shopping. I want to go shopping. I choose to go shopping. So we easily go to, and I don't know if you noticed that, and if you want me to do that again, just put in the message. But we tend to get into this automatic of, something, we've run out of food and it's like, well, I have to go shopping. We kind of get into automatically saying that. It's like, because it's like, well, there's no food in the fridge, so you have to do that. It's like, well, no, you could also choose to just go run out and go take a bike ride or something. So, but when we make a choice, it's like, well, okay, the fridge is empty. I do want to eat a little later, so I'm choosing to go to the store now. So it has a very different impact on us, and we're not always there. And more importantly, also, is just where you're coming from on the inside. So you can be in that space of that vibrancy of I choose with saying I have to. But you can kind of get the sense of that difference. I have to go shopping. I need to go shopping. Yeah, already, at least to me, already there's a little bit more. It's a little lighter. Just it's nuanced, but it's not quite as neat as I have to. I need to go shopping. I want to go shopping. That's not too bad either. And then I choose to go shopping. And you can try it out for yourself. When we choose to do something, I want and I choose can feel similar, and they're pretty close. The piece about choose is that you're empowering yourself. You're giving yourself that choice. You're making it a conscious choice, and that's a very powerful thing to do. So, and that's something you can do for yourself. Like, what do you want to have? What do you want today is to be like your day? Like in the morning, what do you want your day to be like? And you can just stick with just simple adjectives. I want a happy day. Okay, I want a happy day. Now, you can switch that to say, well, is this really what I want? Yes, that is. Then say to yourself, I choose to have a happy day. Allow yourself sit with that for a moment, with what you've just said. Don't say anything else. Don't think of anything else. Just hold that thought. You've just said it, and hold it. And let yourself just feel that shift, feel that opening that is happening. And that starts to carry that choice forward for you in your day. So something to try out for that. So let's see. Okay. Let's take a nice deep breath in the core of the earth, where we're just having a grand old time here. Nice and relaxed. Hold it at the top when you get to the top. Relax it out. Yeah. Feel that expansion with choice. And you can just say, I choose. And you can just leave it at I choose, I choose. I choose for myself. Let's do that one. I choose for myself. Really lighting up people's heart space there. It's really nice. So, okay, we're gonna go with this one. This feels like a good one for people. So I choose for myself. And you can repeat it again. Yeah, let's move through that, because that's really opening up that flow for people. Bring your awareness into the lower abdomen, into kind of below the belly button area, your lower abdomen, groin area. That's your kind of the seat of your physical being. You can even put your hand there on your lower belly and make that statement: I choose for myself. Oh, whew. I choose for myself. That gives you, I often will say, I get the opportunity. That's a nice one too. I get the opportunity. Yeah, huh. It's a little different twist, isn't it? Yeah, that's an interesting one. I get the opportunity to do X, Y, Z. I get the opportunity to do this. I can see that as being really good when we've come from a place where things have always been dictated to us, either circumstances or people were in charge of us. Like when we get to before we're a certain age, we tend to be, have family that's in charge of us, and not necessarily a bad thing. If you're an infant, then somebody's in charge of feeding you, right? But or should be. And saying, I get the opportunity to do this. So when things have like been blocked or have been kept from you, or and for whatever reason, you've had a lot of struggle to just get what you want in life, and so I get the opportunity to do this. Boom. That's a nice one. Yeah. I choose to have the opportunity to make my choices every single day. I get the opportunity. I choose to have the opportunity to make the best choices for myself every day. There you go. A little combination of the two there. So yeah, let yourself sit and feel into that. Hey there, just joining. Good to have you join in. We're talking about choice and opportunity, and I think you'll want to go back and listen from the start. This is a really nice one. I think you'll like that. So afterwards, to kind of start back from the beginning there, to really dive into what we've been doing here. So very nice. Yeah, just feel into that sense of choice and opportunity. So take a deep breath in. Yeah. You're fine. You're good. It's hard to be in vulnerable self, but you're doing good. Just breathe into that. Breathe into exactly where you are, whatever's going on for you. And so we're talking about choice here. Just say, I'm choosing. So here you go for everybody. And everybody can say that for themselves as well, but I'm choosing to move forward. Say that. So instead of saying, I keep telling myself I'm moving forward, make that a conscious choice. Make that, no, I'm choosing to move forward. And Carolina over on the other side put the phrase, I get the opportunity to move forward. So say that to yourself right now, Sydney, as we all are in this space, this deep space. Now, I get the opportunity to move forward now. So that's a good example of, sometimes we've been in a place where things have just been really not falling into place for longer than we care. It's like, no. So it's like putting your foot down, saying, no, damn it, I get the opportunity to move forward now. And I'm choosing to move forward. Absolutely. Everybody wants to move forward. And so sometimes keeping in mind, it's not necessarily for you, Sydney, but just as I said that, everybody gets the opportunity to move forward. Everybody wants to move forward. Everybody's choosing to move forward. Sometimes that moving forward is about just standing still, in stillness, in this moment with whatever's going on, wherever we are at. And why is that moving forward? Because all of this stuff has to just dissipate from us. It's sort of like you're walking down the street and you stub your toe. You stop, maybe even break your toe and whatever. You stop and take care of your toe. So that's that standing in stillness. There's that pain that's there, that suffering that's there. So you just sit with it. So sometimes that moving forward is about standing still because we've been running so much. In fact, that running. There's a woman who has, it's not very well known, but who created this method for shifting Parkinson's, and she has been successful with that. It's just not very well known because people want to go into drugs and all this kind of surgery and all that. And she, what she noticed is that there's an injury at some point in time. There was an injury to the foot, and the person just kept moving forward and ignored that injury. And so what happened was that there was an energetic block that just started to build up and got to the point of reversing the flow of all the meridians, and that impacting the brain and that turning into Parkinson's. And I did know somebody who worked with her as a healer to get that shifted from people, and was successful with that. So something to keep in mind. So that moving forward, stopping, standing still and coming right into your body, coming into that awareness of your body, so that it's like you're looking from, some people say, like from behind your eyes. Really feel yourself centered in that, so that all this stuff is floating around you, but you're pulled back from it. So it's a little bit this all the way around you, instead of you being expanded out as you probably usually are. And so you're in it, pulling back. It's like, nope, right here, just standing still. So let's choose to take a nice deep breath in right now. If you're ready, choosing to do so all the way to the top, and then exhaling all the way out. Squeezing out, 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 even more. That breath coming right back in. Coming back into that breath. So coming back to where we got going in on this. Yeah. As the breath slows down, so you might not be quite there yet, Sydney, because you just jumped in late, but I think everybody else kind of is more in that place. That deeper breath, slowing the breath down, noticing the breath. As the breath slows, becoming more aware of the heartbeat. Letting everything else out of the awareness into the heartbeat. And just being in that place of noticing your breath, noticing your heartbeat. When you get into that deeper rhythm, maybe you're there already, maybe not. Not quite everybody's there, but of feeling your breath is slowing down, your mind is slowing down. feeling the breath, just a little larger than deeper. And the heartbeat below that. And that's sort of the coming into basically deeper rhythm. That's your rhythm, okay? Not the external rhythm that has us running all over the place, but your own rhythm coming into that place. And let's see if we can just anchor that in for people. There we go. So anybody who's coming up with any right now, with any difficulties, any trials and tribulation, and you're stepping out of that, ask yourself better questions if you aren't already. A better question would be, it's like, what do I need to do? What do I need to let go of? What programs do I need to rectify, to delete, so that I can move forward and step into the highest expression of my purest essence even more now? So those are the kind of better questions you need to ask yourself if you're if you find yourself in a stuck place. It's like, okay, what do I need to shift within myself? And if you keep having to go back over and over and over using the same tool, then that starts to become like a crutch. It's kind of it's not necessarily a bad crutch, because that's just showing you still need that crutch. But adding to that, what is it that I need to let go, to rectify in my system, in my programming, that's creating this situation, so I get the opportunity to move forward, damn it. And I choose now for myself to move forward. It's all about being the highest expression of your purest essence, even more now, in this moment. And see what comes up. So you got to be careful with this is great. Because right now that's feeling like it's a crutch more than it's something that is useful and helping you get out. It's a really fine line. You gotta be careful. We all go through this, because it has worked so much before. It's been really helpful. So maybe it's still a little helpful, but then you get to a place where you need to step up to the next level. And what is it that I need to do now? What's going to get me moving forward quickly, efficiently? Of course, that might give us, that might present answers where we're like, oh, okay, no, I can't do this. I'm not ready for that. Well, you got to watch for that too. If you're not ready, then you got to be ready to, okay, I'm going to be going through more of stuff that I don't want to go through, but I guess I'm still not quite ready enough to not do what I really need to do. It can be, it's sort of like tearing the Band-Aid off, the tape off. And for some people, you might be in a place where it's just too stressful for you. It's going to and you need to take it slower, but just realize if you need to take it slower, then you most likely will keep going through repeated situations that you don't really enjoy. But also understand as you're going through those situations what you're going through, how each time you go through that, it is taking you further instead of always seeing it as the same repeat. If you start looking carefully, you'll see that it's like, okay, it's a little different than last time, a little different than last time. And notice how it's a little different than last time instead of the same thing as last time, because that will help you move forward also. Because if you keep thinking it's the same thing as last time, then you're just bringing yourself into that last time. You're putting yourself in there, even if it isn't. And sometimes it's just little things that we got to pay attention and bring into our awareness. Okay, we want to go back to Tanya. Tanya brought in the earth and the new earth, so we're going to go in and do that. So let's come into the new earth, which we've just been bathing in there, but just kind of bringing that to the forefront of our consciousness, really letting yourself feel the new earth. So you said empowering and finding more freedom completely on my own. Yes, very good. Now, watch yourself in how you talk about your experience. It's really hard. When you get all this emotional stuff that's going on, we want to be heard. So we want to share it with somebody else. It's really good to step back from that. It's really hard. I get it. I go through that myself, been through that, and probably will be going through that still. These moments where you just want to be heard. You just want somebody to acknowledge where you're at because it just feels like shit. Just sit with yourself and hear yourself out. Okay, new earth. And then go into that place. It's like, and let it shift through. And then in that place, yeah, I am becoming more empowered and finding more freedom. And I'm doing this completely on my own. Absolutely. So new earth with all of that. Now everybody take a nice deep breath into that new earth. Exhale it all the way out. And now let's just switch and let's just tap into the earth. See if you notice that difference. See if you notice how that feels now. Just a little comparison. Any kind of quality adjectives to help you, think about what you're picking up on. That's the best way with getting a sense of energy. Oh yeah, I'm really feeling energy. It can be anything. Does it feel drier? Does it feel denser? Does it feel heavier? Does it feel darker? Does it feel lighter? Does it feel brighter? Does it feel, whatever. So just feeling into the earth right now. And some of you might pick up even more, like I am right now, about the earth. Whew. And you start feeling like, oh, the stuff this is where I'm feeling. So you might be also feeling this too. Just tapping into this earth is all the surface level stuff, human level stuff that is going on right now. That's been going on for a while. Of just that, the craziness that we're seeing out there. Yeah, denser. Yeah, denser. Almost, maybe even more brittle might be a word. It just, it's like dry earth. It's earth. If you imagine that desert, that land that's turned into desert because there's been no water running through it. not as happy. Yes. That'd be another way to put it. Yeah. And then taking a nice deep breath in, holding it, then exhaling. And then coming into the new earth, feeling that. Feeling in those frequencies of the new earth. Yeah. And feel that difference. Does that feel amazing? Or at least better than a minute ago? Yeah. And so the new earth is the new consciousness that's coming forward. It's the, with the earth, but not just with the earth. It's with everything in existence coming through. And we still have this old stuff that's still there, that's still battling it out. We're just, battling it doesn't feel quite right anymore. But there's still a lot of just upheaval, kicking and screaming kind of thing that's going on. But the new earth, that new consciousness, that new state of being, so much love and better. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. Just relaxing into that peace for ourselves. So here's something you can do for yourself, everyone. Sydney, really recommend you doing that every morning for yourself, no fail, just to help you, and maybe throughout the day, checking in, because you're one of the first things in the morning is just let yourself tune in, take a deep breath in, let it go, feel your body, go through your body. There's my head, my neck, my shoulder, my arms, all the way down to my fingertips, my upper torso, lower torso, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet, toes. Feel your whole body. You can literally do it that fast, but in the morning, maybe you need to take more time shifting into your body, so to help you get into your body. And then take a moment to just like, okay, connecting in, and you can say this to yourself, literally, you can do it as I'm saying now, connecting into the new earth. Let yourself ground into the new earth. And you can say, I choose. You want to go into that, I choose, or I'm grounding into the new earth now. I am also very good statements. I am grounding into the new earth. And let yourself connect. I choose to be connected to the new earth for my whole day. Yeah, very nice. And then if you're finding yourself getting stressed out, disoriented, scared, okay, deep breath in, do the same thing. Just 2 minutes. You can go up to 5, just to try, get into that new earth connection. Sit there for a few moments for yourself. Let yourself kind of just get back into that vibration. And then shifting forward, just, and then going to do what you find in front of you to do, whatever it is. Very good, people. Very nice session. Another good session. I'll just flash on my QR code up there for value donations for whoever chooses to. And on Instagram, you can choose to go to the link in my bio and go there if you want. So, yeah, just feel yourself in that place. Very nice. Yeah, good session. Thank you. Thank you, Asta. Thank you for showing up too. And thank you all for coming in. Another nice, enjoyable time of connecting to ourselves and connecting in. So we'll see you next time, next Wednesday, in the ethers, if we connect up there, which we usually do, and wherever else we might meet up in person on whatever. It was great, very helpful for me. Good. And Sydney, go back and start from the beginning. I think that would be good. I kind of came in at the end, so just revisit. It will be up on YouTube very shortly, so that should be available pretty quickly. All right, that's it. Thank you. I'm very happy I was able to join. Yeah, same here. So take care, everybody, and have a good rest of your week until next time.